And since that shooting on November 19th, the New Mexico State men's basketball team has continued to play games. Mike Peak was suspended indefinitely on Monday, and just today, multiple other players have been suspended. KTSM 9 Sports reporter Sam Guzman joins us live in the studio with more. Good evening, Sam.
Thank you, Carla. Well, tonight, New Mexico State played their 5th game since the November 19th incident on the road at Santa Clara. For the first time, NMSU publicly disciplined Isa Muhammad, Marcellus Avery, and Anthony Roy as they all served a 1-game suspension during the team's game against Santa Clara tonight. Muhammad and Avery were on the bench in street clothes. Roy is still back in Las Cruces and did not make the trip. No coaches were suspended for tonight's game. This, of course, comes as a result of the ongoing investigation. As we just told you, Avery, Muhammad, and Roy are seen on surveillance footage getting out of the yellow Camaro that Peak allegedly put the gun and tablet in. But we want to take you back to November 21st, 2 days after the shooting, and to a question and answer form NMSU sent to the media. In that Q&A form, the school was asked if any other students were out of the hotel that evening. The university replied, quote, "Yes, we have become aware of other student athletes who have violated NMSU team curfew rules. Those student athletes were not part of this incident." End quote. However, as we have seen from the surveillance footage and learned from police investigations, Muhammad, Roy, and Avery were there. Take a look at this portion of the interview police conducted with associate head coach Dominic Taylor hours after the shooting. The officer makes it very clear they know those 3 players were present following the shooting.
They know what happened.
Yeah. Well,
because they met with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So these kids, they talk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be like, Mike's not going to tell them anything. So I know they know what happened, and they know who's driving that Camaro because they were in the vehicle.
Right.
And so we know that there's a gun now floating around. Whether they have it or not, I don't know, or if it's still in the Camaro. I know Coach Air is checking with your guys' AD as far as me speaking to those players.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know, do they need a lawyer or what?
Right.
And so, he's trying to protect them, that's fine.
As of right now, it is still unknown who was driving the Camaro and if police have ever interviewed those 3 players who did choose to exercise their right to an attorney. We reached out to New Mexico State University regarding their initial comments about the involvement of other athletes that night, and this is what the school said, quote, "That statement should have been more clearly written and then should have either been taken down or rewritten as additional information was learned. That was not part of this incident. Was intended to reference Mike Peak sneaking out of his room to meet a girl and then encountering those 3 men with a bat and gun. The other athletes were not part of that incident. Now, as it has been widely reported, those athletes appear to have shown up later and interacted with Mike. We've debated eternally whether or not to take down that page as information becomes old, but we were also trying to avoid someone saying, why is it no longer available," end quote. New Mexico State Chancellor Dan Arvizio said in a statement yesterday that some of the information that has been reported by the media about these players, NMSU itself has not yet received as of Tuesday. Additionally, KTSM learned on Wednesday that the Bernalillo County District Attorney is working with New Mexico State Police to investigate NMSU staff and players following the shooting on the UNM campus. Carla.